Sam Brownback is the governor of Kansas, or he was. I'm going to tell you what happened to him in a second. And what he did was an epic disaster in Kansas. And even Republicans admit that. In fact, they're now reversing his policies. So he's got a new job, and I want to tell you about that, and this is going to be great. Kansas Governor Sam Brownback will leave that role as governor in favor of a job in the Trump administration. Oh, great. Yet another incompetent person joining the Trump administration. That's what the White House announced on Wednesday. So, how bad is Brownback? I mean, he's a deeply Republican governor in a deeply Republican state of Kansas. So, and he got to do all the things that Republicans always promise, which is tax cuts for the rich and corporations. He did it, and it was supposed to trickle down all over Kansas. It did, but not in the way that they were expecting. So, but still, he's a Republican governor, it's a Republican state, so they should love what he did, right? No. Sam Brownback should thank Chris Christie, because that's the only reason why he's the second most unpopular governor in the country. So he's coming in at number 49 because Chris Christie's shutting down beaches and lying all over him in New Jersey. So if you can't be a popular Republican governor in Kansas, you really suck at your job. So I think he's at what, 27% approval rating, 66% disapproval. Those numbers are miserable. By the way, he's more unpopular than Rick Snyder, who poisoned Flint, Michigan. This is unbelievable. Okay, so why? Why did the Republicans in Kansas turn on him? Well, he did a tax cut bill in 2012 when he came in. He's like, tax cuts for the rich, yes! And he did $3.7 billion for over 5 years. Now, for a state like Kansas, that's a giant number. But hey, this is the experiment Republicans have been waiting for their whole lives. You had the whole legislature, you had the governor, you got to do whatever you want. You did a giant tax cut for the top, and so did it work? Because their idea is not only does it help the economy, but once it helps the economy, you could actually collect more revenue for the government. No, it won't create deficits that we just took $3.7 billion out of the budget. No, it'll magically, with fairy dust, create surpluses. So did it? No. So between 2014 and 2017, not the whole 5-year span, $715 million in deficits. Oops. So then they had to pretty much butcher everything else in the budget because they got to get to balanced budget. So there's now a $715 million hole in the budget over those set of years in a small state like Kansas. So they're throwing things overboard. Look, I can give you a dozen examples. I'll just give you one. Education budget cuts in just 1 year, in 2015, totaled $44.5 million. So when you throw people's kids overboard because your dumbass tax cuts for the rich didn't work, well, then people start to get mad. So, and right before he left, and I'm going to tell you his job in a second, in a stunning blow to Brownback's legacy, TPM reports, Kansas legislators overrode the governor's veto in June to pass a bill reversing the income tax cuts that had come to haunt the state and mark Brownback's governorship. So that is not a Democratic legislature. That is a deeply Republican legislature. He vetoed it. They overrode the veto. They had to get almost everybody on board, a huge majority on board to say, no, our Republican governor is a dumbass. And those income tax cuts that we told you would work for the corporations and for mainly the proceeds go to the rich, only a small portion for the middle class. And we told you they would eventually help the middle class. They didn't. It was a grotesque failure. We Republicans in Kansas admit it was a failure. We're going to override his veto and make sure we don't do tax cuts anymore. What have we been telling you all this time? It doesn't work. They got everything they wanted. They did their experiment and it was an epic failure. So where's Brownback going now? He has a very important job at the Trump White House. He's going to be ambassador at large for international religious freedom. If you're wondering what that is, you're not alone. That looks like a made-up job. Now, it's not, to be fair, we looked into it. Clinton administration passed a law that created this office for friends who are religious. That you're an ambassador at large, float away, And what are you working on? International. How do you work on international religious freedom? By the way, if you want to do that, you picked the wrong guy. Let's look at his record on that front. Talking Points memo explains in March of last year, Brownback signed into law a measure enabling student groups at public colleges to discriminate on the basis of religion. Okay, such that only Christian students, for example, could join a Christian student association. Now look, you might agree with, hey, only Christians should get to join Christian groups. That's fine, but what he did was say, you are allowed to discriminate based on religion. His new job is to make sure no one discriminates based on religion. The ACLU of Kansas noted in a statement Wednesday that, quote, throughout his tumultuous tenure, Governor Brownback worked tirelessly to erode the protections that the First Amendment affords for separation of church and state. The other thing the First Amendment does is it says you shall not establish a religion and you shall have freedom of religion. Because if you establish a religion, which is also in other parts of the Constitution, then you have eroded the freedom of other religions. It's a simple concept, one that Sam Brownback doesn't understand, hence why he got this job. But overall, look, he's leaving for an incredibly unimportant job with almost no responsibility because he had to get the hell out of Dodge. Dodge is actually in Kansas, so in this case it's perfect. He's like, I don't want to be governor anymore. This is so embarrassing. Please, please, get me anything. And the Trump administration is like, yeah, okay, hey, we got this. Sam, come here. So we actually have video here. It's video 14 of Sam Brownback in his new important role. Sam, how's the rest of your political career going? Well, let's watch.
Just don't detach. You must detach. If you don't detach, that arm's gonna carry you too far. Listen to my voice. You need to focus. I'm losing visual of you. In 2 seconds, I won't be able to track you. You need to detach. I can't see you anymore. Do it now. Houston, I've lost visual, Dr. Stone.
There goes Sam. Ambassador at large. There's Republicanism for you. If you like this video, you'll love the whole TYT network. Check it out at tytnetwork.com/join.